I want to ask you something, and I want you to sit with it for a second before you answer. When is the last time you felt like you were doing everything right and still going nowhere? Not because you were lazy, not because you were inconsistent, not because you didn't care enough or work hard enough or want it badly enough, but because something structural was in the way. Something you could feel, but could not name. Something the industry kept telling you was a mindset problem, a consistency problem, a content quality problem. But it was none of those things. It was a gap. And today, we're gonna name it. I'm Kelly Lorraine. This is Watch Me Build Social. And this is the video that gives the thing you've been feeling a name and a solution. Let us get into it. The amplification gap is the structural space between creators who have traction and creators who have scale. It's not the beginner space. The beginner space has an entire industry built around it. Courses, coaches, communities, resources designed specifically for the creator who is just starting out. It's not the elite space. The elite creator has access to teams, budgets, networks, and amplification infrastructure that makes the next level feel inevitable. The amplification gap is the middle. The creator who has built something real, who has an audience that shows up, who has proof that what they're doing matters, and who, despite all of that, cannot break through to the next level. Not because you're not talented enough, not because you're not working hard enough, not because the algorithm has decided to punish you. It's because the creator economy was never designed to serve you. Let me tell you something about the creator economy that nobody wants to say out loud. The gap exists by design. Not through malice, not through conspiracy, but through the most powerful force in any industry, financial incentive. The beginner creator is the most profitable audience in the coaching space. Why? Because most of them will not make it past the first 90 days. So they keep buying course after course, coach after coach, every new promise of a shortcut, every new system that guarantees results. The beginner creator is a renewable revenue stream. But what about the mid-tier creator? The one who's already bought the courses, who's already done the work, who's already built something real. They're not buying beginner content anymore. They've outgrown it. And the elite space, the high-ticket coaching, the masterminds, the inner circles, those are priced at a level that structurally excludes the mid-tier creator. Not because the content is not relevant, but because the price point makes it inaccessible. So the mid-tier creator falls between two revenue models, too advanced for the beginner content, too excluded from the elite content. And the industry, which profits from both ends, has no financial incentive to build the bridge. So the bridge never gets built. Until now. I want to talk about what this actually feels like, because the amplification gap is not just a concept. It's a lived experience. And if you have lived it, you know. It feels like posting a video you're proud of and watching the numbers plateau at the same place they always plateau. It feels like trying a new strategy and getting the same result. It feels like watching creators with less experience, less depth, less genuine value blow past you and not being able to explain why. It feels like being told the answer is consistency when you've been consistent for 2 years. It feels like being told the answer is better content when your content is already better than most of what's getting amplified. It feels like the rules everyone else is playing by do not apply to you, like the game is rigged in a way you can't fully see, but can absolutely feel. And then the worst part. You start to wonder if it's you. If maybe the ceiling you've hit is actually your ceiling. If maybe the level you're at is the level you belong at. If maybe the gap is not structural, but personal. I'm here to tell you it's not personal. It's structural. It has a name and it is closable. The amplification gap is not just one thing. It has 3 dimensions, and understanding all 3 is what's going to help you close that gap. Dimension 1, the positioning gap. The mid-tier creator typically has a niche, a topic, a category they show up in. What they often do not have is a position. A position is different from a niche. A niche says what you talk about. A position says who you're targeting at their most specific moment and why you're the only one saying what needs to be said for them right now. When someone lands on an elite creator's content, they know within seconds whether it's for them. The positioning is that precise. When someone lands on a mid-tier creator's content, they often have to watch several pieces before they understand what the creator's actually about. And most people don't watch several pieces before deciding. They decide in seconds. Dimension 2, the clarity gap. Clarity is not about saying things simply. It's about being unmistakably understood. The mid-tier creator often has a complex, nuanced, genuinely valuable perspective on their space, and they share it in all its complexity and nuance, and the audience does not follow. Not because they're not smart enough, but because the message wasn't clear enough for a cold audience to immediately understand what they're being offered and why they should care. The clarity gap is the space between having something important to say and saying it in a way that a stranger can understand and act on it in the first 30 seconds. You need to deliver a powerful and clear message, and quickly. Dimension 3, the strategy gap. The mid-tier creator is often executing tactics without a strategy. There's a difference. Tactics are the individual actions, posting, engaging, optimizing, collaborating. All of those things matter. Strategy is the architecture that connects those actions into a system that compounds over time. The mid-tier creator typically has tactics. The elite creator has a strategy, and tactics without strategy are just a very busy plateau. The strategy gap is the space between doing the right things and doing the right things in the right order with the right architecture towards a clear destination. The gap is not in your way. The gap is pointing the way. Every creator who hits the amplification gap hits it because they've built something real enough to reach that ceiling. You can't hit a mid-tier ceiling if you've not built mid-tier traction. The gap is not evidence of failure, it's evidence of progress. It's the signal that you've built enough to deserve the next level. And that next level requires a different set of tools. Not more effort, different tools. Not more content, better strategy. Not more consistency, more clarity. The gap is pointing you toward exactly what you need to build next. And that is what Watch Me Build Social exists to give you. Not from the other side of success, from inside the process, in real time, with every strategy documented, every result reported, every lesson shared, because you deserve a resource built specifically for where you are, not where you started, not where the elite already landed, where you are right now. The amplification gap is real. It is structural. It is deliberate, and it is closable. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not missing the talent or the work ethic or the dedication that the elite were born with. You're in the gap, and being in the gap means you've already built more than most people ever will. Now it's time to close it. Subscribe to this channel because video 4 is where we go even deeper into the consistency myth. The idea that showing up every day is the answer. It is not the whole answer. And the part that nobody told you, the part that actually produces scale, is what video 4 is built around. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if this video gave you something real today, if it named something you've already been feeling but could not articulate, share it. Send it to the creator in your life who's sitting in the gap right now. They need to know it has a name and it has a solution. I'm Lorraine. This is Watch Me Build Social. Watch me.